How to think positively. Positive thinking begins with a simple realization that the mind has the power to shape the direction of your life. Every day your thoughts quietly guide your actions, your decisions, and even the way you interpret the world around you. Many people believe that their circumstances control their happiness, but in reality it is often their perspective that determines how they experience life. When someone learns to think positively, they do not suddenly live in a world without problems. Instead, they learn how to approach those problems with a mindset that searches for opportunity rather than defeat. The ability to think positively is not something that only a few lucky people are born with. It is a skill that anyone can develop through awareness, patience, and practice. The moment you begin to understand that your thoughts are not permanent facts but patterns that can be reshaped, you open the door to personal growth. A positive mind does not ignore reality, but it chooses to look at reality in a way that encourages action, hope, and improvement. When your mind becomes focused on progress rather than fear, you begin to notice possibilities that once seemed invisible. Opportunities that were always around you start to become clear because your thinking is no longer clouded by doubt. Learning to think positively is one of the most powerful transformations a person can make because it changes the way you respond to life itself. Many people struggle with negative thinking without even realizing how deeply it has influenced their mindset. Thoughts of doubt, worry, and fear often become automatic responses to everyday situations. When something difficult happens, the mind may immediately jump to the worst possible conclusion. A small mistake can turn into a belief that you are not capable. A temporary setback can feel like permanent failure. These patterns slowly shape the way you see yourself and your future. But the truth is that thoughts are habits, and habits can be changed. The first step toward positive thinking is awareness. When you begin to observe the thoughts that pass through your mind, you start to see which ones support your growth and which ones hold you back. Instead of accepting every negative thought as truth, you can begin to question it. You can ask yourself whether that thought is helping you move forward or keeping you trapped in fear. Often you will discover that many of the negative beliefs you carry are simply echoes of past experiences or doubts that were never challenged. Replacing those thoughts with more constructive ones allows your mind to shift gradually toward optimism. This process does not happen instantly, but with practice it becomes easier to guide your thinking in a direction that supports your goals and your confidence. Another important aspect of positive thinking is the ability to focus on solutions rather than problems. Life will always present challenges. No matter how prepared or motivated a person may be, there will be moments when things do not go as planned. What separates those who grow stronger from those who feel defeated is how they respond to these moments. When someone focuses only on the problem, their mind becomes overwhelmed by frustration and helplessness. the difficulty begins to feel larger and more permanent than it truly is. Positive thinkers train themselves to ask a different question. Instead of asking why something went wrong, they ask what can be learned and what action can be taken next. This small shift in perspective has a powerful effect. When the mind searches for solutions, it becomes creative and determined rather than discouraged. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to develop resilience and wisdom. Over time, this habit builds confidence because you begin to trust your ability to handle whatever life presents. Positive thinking does not guarantee an easy journey, but it strengthens your ability to keep moving forward. The environment you surround yourself with also plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. The conversations you listen to, the people you spend time with, and the content you consume every day all influence the direction of your thoughts. When someone constantly feels negativity, criticism, and hopelessness, those ideas slowly become part of their own thinking. On the other hand, when you expose yourself to ideas that encourage growth and possibility, your perspective begins to expand. This does not mean avoiding reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It means being intentional about the influences that shape your mind, choosing to listen to voices that inspire learning and improvement can strengthen your determination to think positively. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in effort and progress can remind you that challenges are part of the journey rather than signs of failure. Over time, the environment you build around yourself becomes a powerful support system for maintaining a positive outlook. Gratitude is another powerful tool that strengthens positive thinking. When people focus only on what they lack, their mind becomes trapped in comparison and dissatisfaction. They begin to believe that happiness will only come when something changes in the future. But gratitude shifts attention toward the value that already exists in the present moment. It encourages you to notice the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that add meaning to your life. Gratitude does not require a perfect life. Even in difficult times, there are lessons learned, strengths developed, and moments of kindness that deserve recognition. When you practice gratitude regularly, your brain becomes more skilled at recognizing positive aspects of life that might otherwise go unnoticed. This habit gradually changes your emotional state and your overall perspective. Instead of constantly searching for what is missing, you begin to appreciate the progress and growth that are already happening around you. Positive thinking also requires learning how to treat yourself with patience and understanding. Many people become their own harshest critics. They replay past mistakes again and again, judging themselves for things that cannot be changed. This constant self-criticism drains motivation and confidence. A positive mindset recognizes that growth is a process. Every person makes mistakes, faces setbacks, and experiences moments of doubt. These experiences do not define your worth or your future. They are simply part of learning and improving. When you begin to speak to yourself with encouragement rather than criticism, you create an inner environment that supports resilience. Your mind becomes a place where ideas can grow instead of a place where dreams are constantly attacked by doubt. This shift in self-talk may seem small, but it has a powerful impact on the way you approach challenges and opportunities. If this message resonates with you and you want to continue strengthening your mindset, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here we share ideas that help you develop confidence, resilience, and a more powerful way of thinking. By subscribing, you become part of a community that believes growth is always possible and that every person has the ability to shape their future through the power of their mind. Your support helps this channel reach more people who are searching for encouragement and direction. Subscribe to this channel and stay connected for more messages that will help you build a stronger, calmer, and more positive mindset.